Hey friends, it's Pi here, back with another episode of Piece of the Pie. But today we're gonna do something a little different. So I get a lot of requests to have a Bitcoin analysis, and currently I just honestly don't have the time to do this myself. But I have someone much better than I am that is going to be helping us from time to time with his expertise. I want to introduce you all to BC at Bleeding Crypto on Twitter. He has about 60,000 followers and has been in the space since 2017. We both started roughly around the same time. And we've been friends on Twitter for like 5 years and just recently had the opportunity to meet in real life. He is an absolutely amazing person, very giving, very helpful, an incredibly fun person to be around. He runs his own Discord group teaching people how to read the markets. He has a master's program and a much more. So go to bleedingcrypto.com for more information, you guys. You won't be disappointed. Okay, so enough from me. Let's hear from the man himself, BC, and let's hear what the Bitcoin markets are up to. Take it away, BC.
Thank you, Pi. I appreciate it. Well, I'm going to look forward to doing these little video series with you. So I think that'll be really exciting. And let's go ahead and get started. So with Bitcoin here, I did an analysis yesterday that I posted on Twitter. So this will be just a kind of a follow-up on that recording that I did yesterday that I have posted on my YouTube channel as well. So far, we're still underneath the 9 EMA. So this is a 12-hour time frame. This is kind of my go-to time frame that I like to reference when I'm looking at Bitcoin. It gives me a good feel for the market on bullish or bearish bias. And right now, what I look for is I look at this 9 EMA, this lower time frame EMA. Typically, when we're below the 9 EMA, we have a lot of sell pressure on the price action, and we typically start falling lower. Now, the price action is holding inside of this support box, and I do believe that we're going to go up to the 100 EMA, and the only reason for that is to backtest this area here where we dropped and we fell below the 10 EMA. Excuse me, the 100 EMA. If you look to the left, you can see where that 100 EMA was a key area of support and resistance. So the fact that we lost it here without a back test is why I am leaning towards a move to the upside to the 100 EMA. Now, do I believe we're going to go further up? I don't think we are, because as you can see, the previous move that we had to the 300 EMA, where I was expecting a rejection, and it played out pretty close to that. We had just one touch and we came all the way back down, a full rejection off that. Now, we had the momentum here and we still couldn't pull it off. So the fact that we gave it all back and we are still inside of this range and we are still in a confirmed downtrend, it's unlikely that we're going to break this. I think there's two best case scenarios for the price action right now. One of them is what I'm expecting, the 100 EMA. Best case scenario, if we break the 100 EMA, would be back here at the top of this range, and will put us again at the 300 EMA. Now, if we can break through this 300 EMA and we can break through this prior support, new resistance box, and we close inside of here, my comment that I made here last week still stands. The bulls need to claim this area just to begin to take control from the bears. Right now, the bears are in full control of this market. We are in a confirmed bear downtrend. And like I mentioned yesterday, we're not in a bear season quite yet, in my opinion. A bear season typically follows when the price action finds a relative bottom. And the fact that we're here, we've hit the mid 35,000s, isn't a bottom, as we have still a lot of volatility. So I'm looking for that flat line in the price action. When you start getting that flat line in the price action for 4, 6, 8, 12 weeks, that's when we find a relative bottom. And that's where I'm going to be very cautious, because every time that we have found a local bottom after a bear trend and we enter into a bear season on Bitcoin, Bitcoin will surprise us with a 50% drop from where we thought the bottom was. So I'm looking for that real close. I'm looking at this level here. Do we find a bottom that we think is a bottom in the low 3,000s, or do we in the low 30,000s, or in the mid 30,000s, or in the 40,000s? That's going to matter, because if we continue to follow the same previous patterns that Bitcoin has done in the past and we drop 50%, this is where it matters. If we drop 50% from 40,000, that puts us at 20,000. That puts us at the 300 EMA on the weekly time frame, which has been the confirmed bottom in the previous two bull runs. So that's a level that I'm looking at. If we find a local bottom and we end up going sideways at the 30,000, that puts us at 15,000. That's going to put us closer to that 88% retracement that Bitcoin has done in the previous 5 bull runs. So Bitcoin has had 5 bull runs, and every single one of those bull runs has ended up in an 88% retracement. Think about that, guys. Every single one of them. And every single one of them, I'm sure that people were in denial. They didn't believe it. Not this time. No way. And it's happened. Why? Because that is called a market cycles. That's what the markets do. That's how the markets grow and get stronger, because of profit taking. They make it attractive for the big investors to come in and continue to buy this market, buy this asset. And every time they do so, they strengthen the asset class. The market caps get larger and larger. Now, the only difference that we have here is that we have a new metric that I've been following, which is the 300 EMA. That's the only thing that has now changed. That the previous 2 bull runs, they've ended at the 300 EMA, but those 300 EMAs also lined up with an 88% retracement from the top. We went so high on this bull run that the 300 EMA also obviously rose as well. So now the 300 EMA and the 88% retracement level that we typically see, they have a big gap. There's a $10,000 gap between a $9,000 gap between those two. So now we actually have a different variable. We have a variable that we're going to have to actually wait to see which one of those two is going to carry more weight. Is it going to be the 300 EMA, or is it going to be the 88% retracement that Bitcoin has had from the very beginning, from the very first bull run? So that's going to be obviously something new for us. It's going to be a new area for us to look at in the future when we have our next bull run and we look back at history. When we look left on the charts, we're not going to have a new metric point. What happened in 2000 and 2022? Did we go down 88%, or was the 300 EMA strong enough to hold the price action like it did in 2019 and like it did in 2018? Unfortunately, no one has the answers for that. The only people who can answer that is going to be ourselves later on in the future when we look back at the price action and see how we can now utilize that information for future analysis on our next bull runs and our next bear markets, because that's one thing that we can count on is market cycles will continue to happen. We will continue to have bull runs. We will continue to have bear seasons, and each one of those cycles teaches us something new about the market and about the retracements and where to expect future retracements to be. All right, guys. So as Pi had mentioned earlier, we're going to start taking requests. We're going to have you guys put some altcoins that you want me to review, and we're gonna pick. Me and Pi are gonna pick 2 from the comments below, and we will give you I'm gonna give you the Bitcoin analysis, and I'm gonna take 2 of those altcoins and give you my analysis on those strictly on TA. So the fundamentals and the market analysis, the FA and the MA on that will be up to you guys, but I'll at least give you the technicals and tell you what I see and what I think is the probability of where those altcoins may be headed. And of course, everything is always correlated to Bitcoin, so that has a big influence as well when I look at an altcoin, especially in these types of markets. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And guys, if you want to learn how to do what I do, if you want to learn how to read these markets, please take a look at my website, bleedingcrypto.com. I have a teaching Discord. I teach people how to read the markets, what to look for, setups, how to take profit, where to take profit. I have a lot of material in my Discord that's available to all of my members, modules that I've recorded, gap modules, which is a different tool that I use to find bottoms. So if you guys are interested and you want a little bit extra help, I charge $125 a month or a quarterly for $300, so you save yourself $25. If you're interested, great. If you don't want to pay, hit me up on DM, and I'll be more than happy to give you some links on some free resources on YouTube that you can do on your own without having to pay anybody. And it's basically some beginner courses that I found benefit when I first started my journey in understanding how these markets work and technical analysis. I'll be more than happy to share that with you guys. And then whenever you are ready, if you feel like you need an extra boost, hit me up. Let me know what I can do for you guys. All right. Thank you, Pi. You guys have a good day.